Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Girls Like Nerds. I am so excited today. I have my friend Cody here with me. Quick little known fact, or unknown fact, I don't know. Cody and I think the first time we ever met was a few years ago. We were on the set of a TV show called Ballers together, and we got to know each other really well during that scene because we got to do something really fun and a little X-rated.
And before that, we were stuck in a room together for like 16 hours doing nothing.
Yes, it was a very fun day. You can actually watch the episode now. I think it's still on HBO. I haven't seen it in a long time. But, so we had so much fun together on set, but I haven't really seen her in years. And we have a mutual friend that we kind of started working together with. And I was like, literally, I think in the last week, you were saying today, we've seen each other almost like
4 times.
4 times now. I've seen you in years, and now we see each other like damn near every other day.
It's
awesome. I feel so blessed. Yes, I'm really excited. Cody and I have a lot more in common than I think I realized we did, only because we've been hanging out so much recently. We've been kind of talking nerd talk, and we're learning a lot about each other. I started talking about the Pantages Theater in Hollywood.
Yes.
There's a theater in Hollywood. I think it's all musicals, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever like a play that's not a musical. But Cody actually lives really close to it, and she loves seeing plays there. And I'm like, I love seeing plays there, but I don't have anybody to go with usually, so I don't go as often as I'd like to. And she's like, let's fucking go. We started talking about it the other day. I was like, let's talk about the podcast.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
And not only that, but I have a friend that bartends there, so we get in the hookup.
Let's fucking go. Let's live there. I'm like, all summer, all winter long, I feel like there's a lot of great plays coming up. I really want to check it out. Yeah.
I just saw Beetlejuice. It was amazing. I actually bought the tickets like pre-sale because I knew they were going to sell out. I tried to go see it in New York, and it didn't happen for that very reason. So
it was playing in New York for a long time too, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was. Darren and I were there for New York Fashion Week, and we were looking up last minute things to go to, and we ended up seeing Phantom of the Opera on Broadway.
I fucking love Phantom of the Opera.
I've
seen it 3 times.
Magical.
It's amazing.
The candlelight scene. I mean, just everything.
When the chandelier kind of comes down for a second, you really think like, is this gonna fall? Oh my god, so exciting.
It was so cool. And to just go, I normally go to the Pantages, but I've seen now maybe 3 things on Broadway, and so it's always cool to mix up.
So you've seen Phantom of the Opera. Mm-hmm. What else have you seen?
Cats the musical.
Oh, I saw Cats too.
Twice on Broadway. It's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like that was my least favorite.
Really?
Dude, there's so much dancing. And I'm like, I don't know, there's a lot of like floor work for the dancers, and I know my knees are really bad. So every time I see them doing stuff on the floor, I'm like, ooh, like y'all gotta do that 6 times a week? Like, that's crazy.
Dude, they do at Pantages, they do like matinees on top. They do like 9 or 10 shows, maybe it's like 8. But a lot.
Yeah, I
of
think
shows.
you're right. I think it's 8 because there's usually 2 on Sundays.
And
right?
when I saw Cats at Pantages like 4 times the last time it was here.
Only when I saw it was at Pantages too. Yeah.
And I thought about that on the Sunday matinee. I'm like, how are these people doing 6 hours of dancing and singing and weird cat humping things?
No, it's really actually a lot of dance. There's a lot of singing. There's a lot of dancing in this way. Like it's this. Who's a composer?
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Who
also did Phantom of the Opera.
Of course. He's just so epic. He can do no wrong. I love him dearly. Okay, so Cats, Phantom of the Opera.
That's it for Broadway. Oh, no, I saw Wicked. Wicked was the first one I saw.
Too. I saw Wicked, I think, like 3 or 4 times, actually.
And with that one, I think about how we were just painted green.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's
how
right,
crazy would it have to be to wash that green off every night?
Girl, do you know what took me? Like, I got so lit when I was like, we'll talk about
Of course.
Anyway, that's a different episode of the podcast. But I did a cosplay dressed as Gamora, and I was full green. Like, girl, my breasts, everything, like, green.
Mm-hmm.
I
watched the
slept
video.
in it. Like, I didn't have the energy to wash it off until the next day. I probably took me, like, an hour in the shower, and it still wasn't all off.
Yeah.
The towels at the hotel, they're green. Like, I'm like, I hope they didn't charge me extra for
The
to clean
maids are
these
going to be
towels.
like, what happened? There was a goblin here last night.
Literally. But, like, imagine that was just me for one day.
Yeah.
Like, and she's got to be green 8 days, 8 shows a
8
week.
days
I know
a
it's 8
week.
days ago.
I have done the full body paint thing, and I feel like I give myself 3 days. Like, I won't book anything where my skin needs to be shown because it's a 3-day scrub fest.
Yeah.
And
your skin
it's
needs to rest
such a
after.
nightmare. Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine, but I love Wicked. I literally bought, the first time I saw it, I bought the soundtrack on iTunes. And when I do like long drives, I'll just listen to I'll do like full Broadway musical playlists.
Yes.
And that's like at the top of the list.
Nerding
Oh,
out.
for sure. I know all the
Okay.
songs.
So my pump up Broadway music is The Greatest Showman.
Oh God, I haven't seen that one. Oh no, oh no.
Oh, wait,
I'm
I've
scared to watch it, and I feel like I might like it too. Like it was so
You're gonna be
hyped.
obsessed.
I'm like, fuck, am I
You're gonna
like
be
this?
obsessed.
Okay.
So just know that going in, you're gonna love it. The music is amazing, and I only saw the TV version. I haven't seen it live, but but it's incredible, and it gets you like really pumped up. This is the greatest show. So I listen to that when I go to auditions to get me really pumped up.
What's the song? There's one song in there that's the only song I know because
This
I have it on my
Is
playlist.
Me.
No, it's like a ballad. It's a female girl. It's a girl. She doesn't actually sing it, but
yeah. Never enough. Oh my god! It's
I literally
so good.
belt that song in the car, and I'm singing it. I think I sound fantastic. I'm sure I don't if I turn the music down, but it's one of my favorite songs.
It's so good. It chills every time.
Yeah, it chills every time.
And then when you see it with the actress that plays that character,
I love her.
and
She's great.
oh my god, it's mind blowing. I love it.
Okay.
And then my motorcycle riding music right now is Hamilton. Like they're just rapping in my helmet. I have like a Bluetooth.
Do you know
helmet.
all the songs? Are you
No.
like that kind of a fan?
No, because I can't understand a lot of it yet. Like I need to read it. I'm not, so I just yell at the parts that I know in my helmet. But yeah.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the play?
Bought tickets for Pantages, and then the pandemic happened.
I know, and they had a long run at Pantages.
Yep, and then so they were like, okay, the next year you'll still get those tickets, and then the pandemic was still happening, and so then they just refunded them, and it was like I had bought them again pre-sale, and so I couldn't get them again.
Okay, you just never got to see it.
I have not seen it. I just saw the recording.
Seen it either. I didn't see the one on Disney. Did she on Disney
That's
Plus?
the one I
have
saw.
it? Okay, I didn't. And again, I feel like it was so hyped. I'm scared to watch it, and
I felt that way too.
Like it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm a little nervous about that.
I also didn't. I was like overwhelmed the first time I saw it because there is so much going on, and again, I only saw it on Disney on like a big screen TV. So at like the intermission, I was like, I need a break. So I actually it took me 2 days to watch it, and I was like, I don't know. I had to really like.
Yeah, I feel like that's my fear.
Yeah, and I gave my palate a rest, and then I like listened, like the music. You'd be with somebody, and they'd listen to it, and I was like, oh wait, this is really good. This is really good, and like it was like a slow burn for me. Whereas Cats the musical, I saw it when I was 8 years old, just on VHS.
Me too.
What?
Oh my god! What the fuck? I saw it at home. My mom had it on VHS, and we watched it, and I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
It was original Broadway cast, I think.
That's what made me want to be an actor. I didn't know those words yet because we're from a small, tiny town, but I was just like, I want to be that. Like, I guess I want to be a dancing weirdo cat,
God,
like crawling around in spandex, but...
That was the beginning of our cosplay journey.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Dude, it was so good. And that original, I don't remember her name, but the original, I think it was the original singer on the original Broadway play. I've watched videos on YouTube of her performing it live.
Grisabella, the Elaine Page.
Fuck,
So
dude,
good.
So good.
Or, no,
Best song of the entire play, too. That's my favorite song.
Yeah. Did you see the movie? Like Cats?
I did see the movie. You probably don't know this about me, but I love going to the movies, and I love going by myself. So I went alone to see this, mostly because I didn't think anybody else was going to want to watch it. My friend used to work at this theater, so I used to go for free all the time.
Oh, nice.
So I would just go and like drink champagne and have the time of my life.
I love that.
And it was a little long. Actually, some people did walk out of the theater because they didn't like the movie at all, which is kind of shocking to me because like you spent money, like just commit.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I think it was a little long. I love the main girl, but I wish it almost didn't do her justice. I feel like that movie.
For sure.
As like her breakout role because it didn't do well. So I almost feel feel bad for her as an actor. Cause
Yeah.
it's like,
I thought you were talking about
associated.
Beyonce because she plays Grisabella, but wait, Beyonce? No. Yeah.
No, Beyonce's not in Cats. You're thinking Beyonce because I said I'm going to the Beyonce concert.
Maybe.
Yo.
I'm pretty sure Beyonce plays like the crying cat Grisabella the whole time, no?
No.
And Taylor Swift and Jason Derulo are in it?
Yeah, Taylor Swift, Jason Derulo. Right?
Can somebody fact check who plays Grisabella in Cats, the movie version?
Wait. No, Beyonce is not in that.
It is somebody big like that, though.
Oh, it was fucking Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. You're right because you
sorry.
mentioned Beyonce
Jesus Christ,
earlier. Yeah, that
I wish it was Beyonce. 'Cause
they
I
didn't
like the
do.
movie.
Yeah, just nobody was done justice in it.
Not really, and it was long. It was just a long movie.
Yeah.
I just love Taylor Swift, but it was whatever. Jason Derulo, hello. Can we talk about how fucking talented this guy is? I've never been a fan really.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker was doing all kinds of moves and singing great. He did this great accent. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
give this guy an acting job. Like, he is so good.
That was a really entertaining part part.
He had a really great singing and dancing. I was shocked. It was really good.
I actually got to meet him on Playboy TV. I did like maybe he was performing in the Super Bowl or something, and so we were doing some sort of Super Bowl ad with Playboy TV, and he was so nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so then I always love seeing people succeed when you've met them and they're
I
cool.
like seeing people I like doing well. That makes me really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I'll never see the movie again, probably.
Oh no, once was enough.
Once was more than enough for me. Okay. So those are the three that you saw on
Broadway. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
We've seen the same movies. I just haven't seen them on Broadway. I shoot in New York a lot, and last time I was there, usually I'm just by myself. And last time I was there, I was like trying to find something to do, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just go see a Broadway play. But I've never gone alone before.
Oh, okay. Movies you like alone, Broadway plays we don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I'm like, ooh, because it's so at least a movie, like the chairs are large. Like if anyone sits next to you, we're not like talking, But I feel like in like plays, like the seats are like right next to each other, and like you kind of just are like, okay, like, what do I fucking intermission? Like I have to talk to somebody. Like it seems so weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go see a movie and play. And I was telling you about this play. I did end up seeing it at the Pantages. It was phenomenal. It's called Six. Remember I was telling you about that?
Yeah.
It's about the 6 wives of King Henry VIII and how, first of all, he was just a fucking asshole. Like he was horrible to these women, but I love like historical documentaries. So I've actually watched a lot of documentaries about the wives and about King Henry VIII in general. And there's a lot of like facts that you didn't realize were happening and what was going on. It's actually really fascinating. So this play called about the 6 wives, it was no intermission. I did not know this. So it was like an hour and a half and phenomenal singing. Like the girls were killing it. Great voices, great dances, great outfits. Like it was like poppy and fun, and then it was like slow and sexy. It felt modern, but it didn't feel like too modern, right? It's like it still was holding true to the vibe, I guess. Like I would see it again. It was so good. But it didn't get enough like advertising, I feel like.
No, for sure. Because had I just heard what you said, I would have gone and seen it. Yeah. But you didn't know. You're just like, what is the 6?
There's not even anything. There's no pictures. Like it just says 6. I'm like, what the fuck is this even about?
Also, hearing you talk about it, you have to see Hamilton. You're literally describing Hamilton with like, historically accurate and facts, but also modern and cool and yeah.
Yeah, I know. I need to watch Hamilton. I know. I'm gonna get my homework is gonna be The Greatest Showman.
Oh, yes, and Hamilton.
Probably in that order, I think.
Yeah, you're going to need like 8 hours, so just a whole day.
I'll take a day.
What about, have you seen Moulin Rouge, the recording, and then also live?
Let's talk about it. Okay, so the movie, when I was younger, and this might date me a little bit, I want to say I was in like middle school or high school when the movie version came out. With Nicole Kidman
same.
and Ewan McGregor. Yeah. Changed my life. It changed my life. I was like, Ewan McGregor can fucking sing for a song? Can we talk about this? Oh, his voice was so sexy. I was like, let's go. And then Nicole Kidman, gorgeous in her outfits and her corsets. Oh my God, it was so inspiring. I literally bought the soundtrack on CD that used to have the lyrics on them. Do you remember that?
Love that.
Yeah, so I would like sit next to the speaker in my room and I like read the lyrics and I would like take a pause and like try and memorize it until I memorize all the songs. I've seen the movie so many times, but I always stop it right before Satine dies. Spoiler alert, because you haven't seen the movie. Satine dies at the end. And in my mind, that's not the real ending. Like the ending for me is, oh, now they're together. Like that was I'm like, oh, what a great movie. Because the second this bitch dies, I'm like, the cut.
So you're a hopeless romantic.
Yes, truly, yes. I'm like, I don't like sad endings. I like happy endings. But the movie was so phenomenal. I was so excited to see it on stage. I'd never seen it on stage before. So at the Pantages, they were playing it recently. And I went with some friends, and I get like decked. Like I did research on her outfit. I bought this black velvet gown, and it's
I love that.
I'll have to find a picture and show you with this. I was decked. It was so beautiful, so nice. And the set, insane, gorgeous. I'm like, can I decorate my place like this? It was so beautiful. I loved the play. I almost wish it wasn't called Moulin Rouge because I had this idea of what it was going to be. And the songs are different, right? The songs are a little different than they are in the movie. That's what made me fall in love with it. So they kind of changed it up a little bit and made it a little more modern and like poppy, which I did really enjoy. If I didn't think it was about Moulin Rouge, if that makes sense.
I totally see what you're saying. I went into it with zero expectation, so I loved it. But then, talking to friends afterwards, they were like, no, it didn't stick to the storyline.
Yeah, people were mad. Yeah.
Very mad. I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, oh, okay. But now I follow like them on TikTok, and I love seeing they do like fun little videos. Like, oh my God, JoJo was playing Satine on Broadway. Did you see that?
No.
Yo,
What?
I know.
This girl does everything.
I'm like, hello, I love her so much.
Wow.
Yeah, you should. A lot of like behind the scenes of them, and her just talking about she's never done anything like this before, and how 2 shows on Sunday was fucking weird the first time.
Wow, I bet.
And you get used to it, and you get so excited, and like that, she got like a whole standing ovation at the end because people just love her so much.
Oh my God,
And I'm
I love that.
Oh my God, I wanted to see it so bad. JoJo, so exciting.
Can we talk about the standing ovation at? Oh wait, you didn't see Beetlejuice. Never mind. I'm so sorry.
I know. Thanks for my invite, by the way. Wow.
Yeah, Lydia and Beetlejuice were just phenomenal. It was the chick playing Lydia. She's 18. It's her premiere show. She's just out of high
Really?
school.
Oh my
and
God.
I always love reading the playbill. And like I don't know anything going into it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm a huge fan of this.
Yeah,
girl.
you learn so much about it. I get so excited. Oh
Yeah.
my God. So you really did like Beetlejuice then?
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
I actually saw it twice, so now I feel like I feel even worse that I didn't go with you. But
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. Fine. I saw, I was stalking your Instagram, like, oh, wow, Beetlejuice, that sounds really fun.
Thanks for the invite.
Exactly. Thanks for the invite. I think we talked about, okay, wait, first, before we go into my next question, how did you feel about Moulin Rouge?
Oh, I loved it.
You did love it. Okay.
Yeah, I loved it.
More than the play or the movie more?
Ooh, that's tough. Because I have a lot of nostalgia attached with the movie too, being in junior high and like jumping on the bed with my best friend Carrie and watching it. I was also a little tipsy going into the play and seeing it, so
You have to.
So I was just like. That was actually a wild story because I met up with my friend. I actually bought the tickets and then last minute invited somebody. I was like, I don't know who I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
And hit up my friend Bree. Do you know Bree? Bree Esrig?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm bad
She's
with
in
names,
our
so.
same circles.
Okay.
Also a nerd, like does nerdy stuff too. Yeah, you'll have to have her on.
Oh, you gotta bring her out.
She's always doing these funny TikToks with like the Shrek thing or whatever. She's hilarious.
Oh my God, I gotta see
But I digress. Oh yeah, so we went to like this hotel for like food and drinks before, and then of course the guy next to us buys us shots, whatever. And next thing I know, they're like,
Works
we're
every
getting a
time.
limo to this other party, and I was like, can we get in your limo? Will you take us to this musical?
You got in a stranger's
They did.
car?
Yeah, a stranger's limo, and they
love that
dropped
for
us
you.
off outside of the Pantages, and then we proceeded. But
it was a happy ending to
But
that
yeah,
story.
and we were in the first row of the mezzanine, so it's like we had great seats.
Oh, I
and-
never. That's above, right? I
Yeah.
never sat up there.
No,
Yeah.
I don't either, but it was the only thing available.
Okay.
And it did not just, it's way better than being in the middle back down.
Okay.
To be in the front 3 rows of the mezzanine is better.
That's really nice. Okay. 'Cause
But
you
yeah.
can't be in the front row on the floor. Because you can, and then it kind of fucks with the idea
You'll get
of the
spit
show.
on. Yeah, for sure.
You're like, I see too much. I see too much behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
like, I
nose
can't do
hairs
that.
on that lady's nose. And yeah,
I'm
for
like,
sure. For sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So last time I saw Cody, we were talking about the shows coming up at the Pantages, and there's actually a lot of shows happening.
Yeah.
Like in the next few months, actually.
For sure.
I think one of them was
Les Mis is next.
Les Mis. Oh, Jean Valjean. I would love to see Les Mis.
I
please.
just saw the movie version of that
did
a
you
couple
like
months
it?
ago. I did. Also had to like pause and
It was
take
a
a
long time.
break.
It was very long.
Yeah, it was very long. But the talent. Oh my gosh, the talent.
So the girl, and I'm not as familiar with like the names of the people in this story, but the girl that plays the kind of more down and out kind of girl with the dark hair, she has that singing scene in the rain.
Yeah, on My
She
Own.
actually was in Broadway. She was that exact character on Broadway, and they
Oh.
surprised her when they were making the movie. At the end of the play, when she was like doing her, everybody was clapping. The director came out and was like talking, and she's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "They're like, we'd really love to have you in the movie." I know. I was like, when I watched the video, I was like, "Oh my God!" And they sing live, so they're actually singing live in the
Oh,
movie.
wow.
Yeah.
I loved it. She was amazing.
amazing.
Everybody
God,
was
yeah.
just fantastic,
Yeah.
and it's a very like heart-wrenching story.
Oh, it's so fucking sad. Like Anne Hathaway really shaved her head. You're like, oh my God, you're just crying your eyes out. It's so sad. Jean Valjean, like poor guy, couldn't catch a break. Feel so bad for that guy. I don't know how I feel about Russell Crowe singing.
Right? Yeah, I heard that got a lot of flack.
I was like, love him, but maybe he didn't need to sing anything. And he like kills himself at the end because he's like so righteous and he wants to
I
do the right thing, but he
know.
knows it's not right to arrest him. Oh my God.
That
And it's
kind of
like,
stuff, I don't relate to it
No.
because I'm like, why don't you just like apologize and move on?
move on,
But, you know, I know that that's definitely like a trope, and so I get it. But also the fact that he still had this like vengeance toward the main character guy after
You're like,
all that
why?
time. Yeah, I know. It's like, get over it.
Like, move on. There's
He must
whole
be a
world out there.
Scorpio. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I don't
crush
know
on him
much
or
about
something weird.
astrology.
Stop. He's a Scorpio. Oh, really? Well, that's a layered comment. Okay, let's talk about that. Yeah, the movie, so good. I've never seen the play, but I'm so fucking down to see the play if you're down.
Yeah, and then you said you were excited about Aladdin.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. Which is so up your alley. You have
I
to.
literally just wore my Princess Jasmine costume at Comic-Con.
I saw it. You looked
And-
amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was like, it was well received. I'm surprised, actually, because it was like the red Jasmine costume. I've never seen anybody wear that.
Yeah.
So, and I live and die for Aladdin. Like, I fucking love that. I've never seen the play, and I'm so excited to see the play.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be dragging
Count
you
me
to
in.
as
I know,
many
count
of these
me
as
in.
possible, darling. And I think there was like a Christmas one. Is it
The
The
Grinch!
fucking Grinch!
Yeah, I don't know
Oh
anything
my
about it,
God.
but I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Yeah, I saw the movie.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah, with Jim
I was
Carrey.
like, we need to
for
have a
sure.
conversation. Okay.
No, for sure.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah, and little Cindy Lou Who.
I know. Oh my God, I know. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I used to go to my friend works for Universal Studios, so he has an office there. So during like random days when I was just bored, like I would just go and have lunch with him, and he'd get a golf cart and we'd go in the back lot, and we just like I just hang out in Whoville because I just love looking at the houses and everything. It was so cute.
I've never seen any of that stuff. I'm not a big like theme park person.
Really?
I don't really like crowds. I don't like
fair,
lines, and
fair.
I don't like. I know it's not just about this, but I'm not like a consumer capitalism, like buy, consume,
Right.
like as opposed to I'd rather just be in nature. That's just like my preference.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
But I do have a lot of friends that are like I have friends that go to Universal like 3 times a week, and to be fair, I did love to drink at Moe's Bar because I feel like that
'cause
grew up
it's
with
so
The
cute,
Simpsons.
though.
I know for sure.
Did you know do you like whiskey?
Yeah.
Did you know there's a whole ass whiskey bar by the Minions ride? Like only
No.
whiskey?
No, I did
Neither
not
did I.
know
I've gone
that.
to Universal Studios 1,000 times, and I was like, I
Okay.
finally went to the other side. I'm like, what the fuck?
The secrets you learn.
Yeah. I'm like,
Okay.
nobody told me about this. It was so cool.
I used to bartend at this place. I'm not actually going to advertise the place because I don't like it, but I bartended at this place in Hollywood.
Welcome.
And this guy that lived above the bar would come down, and he played one of the Grinches. I'm sure there's many at Universal.
Oh, yeah, okay,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
he had the dog that also played the dog, and so he would bring the dog
Shut
in, and I
up.
was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That looks like that dog, and he's like, yeah, and then he would like make it do the tricks, and I was like,
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
this dog is famous.
Wow, they could do that? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Whoever, and I'm sure you're right, there's probably a couple actors that play the Grinch,
Yeah.
but the people that they hire to play the Grinch character at Universal Studios during Christmas time, I think it's called Grinchmas, actually.
Yeah.
So you go
Yeah.
to Universal and they do a whole show and there's characters walking around everywhere. But they have this Grinch character walking around and he's kind of snarky and kind of like sassy. And he's just walking around, talking shit to people, taking pictures, like with his belly out and doing,
Oh my gosh.
saying really kind of low key, not out of pocket, but like very Grinchish kind of phrases. And it's just so fun. I have such a good time.
Yeah, I think that's something I'd enjoy doing.
I feel like I want to
do it
drag you
once.
to it. I feel like you actually really enjoy
Okay.
it.
We
And
have
then-
lots of future plans.
Wow, yeah. Oh gosh. And then very immediate plans, and they're all really very fun. I think
Yeah.
you would love Grinchmas at Universal Studios. They
Yeah.
do a whole show at the end. They light up the Christmas tree. There's snow, and like people are just like having the time of their lives. It's
Yeah.
so
If
much
you have
fucking
any
fun.
green paint left over, you could cosplay the Grinch.
I thought about it because the next convention, well, there's LA Comic Con coming up, and I was like, do I want to do like another body paint something? Like that could be fun. I don't know what I want. I like the Christmas themed
Yeah.
cosplays.
This last Christmas, Dara and I dressed up as she was Santa with the beard, and I was like Santa's like sexy helper, and I rode my motorcycle with her on the back around Hollywood, and she had a bag of toys, and we were throwing them at people.
No way.
Just for fun. I mean, I think we got a little bit of footage of it, but it was more just like, let's go do
Wait,
this
that's so
wild, goofy thing.
cute.
And it
Aw.
was so crazy because when we weren't filming, people were so receptive and like people loved it, whatever. And then as soon as we would try to film something, people would be like, no, like they didn't want
Oh,
anything to do with
really?
it. So we
Oh,
didn't get
come
like
on.
any good footage of it.
Oh,
But we
damn.
had a freaking blast. Dara
that
was
sounds
so
fun.
funny in her beard and like big belly.
Oh,
and-
that's so great. See,
Yeah.
I like the themed kind of activities like that. That makes me so excited.
Definitely.
Especially in the holiday season, there's so many great like pop-up events that happen.
Yeah, we're so
live
lucky
for.
here.
I know. I like, as much as I low-key hate LA a lot of the time, I'm like, I fucking love it here.
Yeah.
It's great. I think about
Nonstop
leaving all the
entertainment.
time, and I'm like, God damn it, where am I going to go?
We're just rekindling our love
I
for
know.
each other. You can't leave
I'll
me.
drag you with me. It's fine. We'll get a farm somewhere, and just that's where we'll end up staying and having the time of our lives.
Giant commune with content
I'm here for
creators
that,
and
yeah.
influencers.
Okay. Everybody gets golf carts. Everybody has their own
We
houses.
should just put up cameras everywhere and just make our own reality TV show. Done.
Done and done. Yeah, so I think we're gonna have a lot of fun talking and going to seeing some plays. I'm so excited, and I'm warning you, I do dress up.
I love that.
I'm gonna have to send you some pictures so you have an idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But
I
I'd be
dressed up as
decked.
Lydia in the red kind of marriage thing that she had on.
You saw Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
I love that. I have that outfit too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocker.
I actually just
Surprise.
pulled things out of my closet and can usually make it. And it's so funny. I had this big puffy red headpiece thing, but it was actually just like hustler underwear with like a big tutu in the back.
Really?
And I had rolled up the underwear part and then like pinned it to my head. And this lady in line for the bathroom was like, "Oh my gosh, like where did you buy that at?" And I was like, "Hustler."
The
It's
underwear
actually
section.
panties, but they're clean. I think.
I hope. I'll find out later.
I'm so guilty of like, because we shoot in stuff, right? So
Yeah.
it's like you might shoot in 20 little lingerie pieces, have it on for 5 minutes or, half an hour, I don't know. And then I just throw it back in the
Me
bag
too,
and then it gets
yeah.
thrown back in this trunk that I have. And that's my lingerie trunk.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're like, I've had this costume for 10 years and I've never washed it.
I know. Oh dear. That's okay. It's your own
And
body.
then it's always then that someone will be like, "Oh my God, I forgot my bikini. Can I borrow yours?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I haven't washed it in 27
But
years."
yeah, but then I do warn them, and usually girls, my friends don't actually care. But
yeah, right? Because we're all like touchy
Yeah,
and
we're all
lovey
doing the same
anyway.
thing at the same time. Like it's totally fine. No, you had last time I talked to you, you had some really exciting stuff coming up too.
Yes.
That I'd love to talk about.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I am hosting my very first charity motorcycle ride. I'm so excited.
She's a huge, I don't know, what's that, member of the motorcycle community?
Yeah.
Did I say that
Yeah,
right? I guess,
exactly. Yeah. Motorcycle enthusiast, rider, activist, all those things. So it's to benefit my favorite dog rescue, Wagmore Pets, which is where Chopper, my dog, came from. He was rescued from a hoarding house in Bakersfield with 120 other dogs, all piled on top of each other.
my God.
And this organization just goes in and they're like, "We'll take all of them." And then they ask the community for donations. And so they just need so much money.
I'm sure, yeah.
And so, yeah, I was just feeling, Chopper rides on the back of the motorcycle with me. He's got a little backpack
Oh, I
and
gotta see
goggles and
pictures, I
a
gotta
Harley
see
jacket.
pictures.
Yeah, of
Oh.
course. And so I was like, how can, and because Hollywood is on strike right now, we're all out of work. And so it's like, how can I do something to give back to the community that's given so much to me?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like where this all started. And so, yeah, September 2nd, we're starting at the Bike Shed, which is this amazing motorcycle community, restaurant, barber shop, apparel shop, tattoo shop, like all in one, where all these motorcycle people go. We're going to start there.
That's a real place?
Yes. Oh my
Where?
gosh, we have to go grab brunch
Wait,
there.
that sounds so
Yeah, the Bike
cool.
Shed, it's in downtown LA. They have a giant
never
parking
heard
lot
this.
just for motorcycles, and then they have like another parking lot where anyone can
Oh my
park.
God.
It's
is it
freaking
like
cool.
is there like every Sunday or something that people gather?
Sunday
like,
is a
it
big
kinda-
riding day,
Yeah.
yes. Right now they're kind of doing every Sunday is a different like type of motorcycle day. So on my day, they actually already had an event going on with all the Italian motorcycles, so Ducatis and all those kind of bikes. So it'll actually be interesting because a lot of my people are Harley people, and then we'll have
Yeah.
like the sport bikes, the Italian
That's
bikes.
what's so funny, and we're talking about nerds. I'm like, oh, girls like nerds, but there's so many different levels of what a nerd is. So even in the motorcycle community, it's like some people will shun other people's favorite kinds of motorcycles because they're like,
Yes.
oh, that's this and that.
Yeah, there's definitely like a hierarchy in the motorcycle community, and there's
What would
definitely
you say
some
is
snubbing.
like in the community's idea, like the best motorcycle?
Okay, so I have a Sportster, and people like to consider it's an 883, whereas like there are bigger bikes that are like a 1200 engine. So I have an 883. So
Okay.
people are like, that's a girl's bike, but a lot
Oh.
of guys ride it, and
Okay.
so there's this whole joke that like, oh, like Sportsters are pussies kind of thing, which is so funny to me. And then you've got like the biggest bike, like a Harley would be like a bagger with the big bags on it,
Okay.
like
Ooh, yeah, I've
like
seen
a
those,
road
yeah.
glider. You can have all the accoutrements. You've got like the big shield and the radio.
It's like a car.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So I mean, they have air conditioning now. Like it's
I
insane.
didn't know
It's It's insane. And so like those guys will be like, oh yeah, like I started out on a Sportster when I was 22, but now I'm 80 and I need my bagger for my oxygen and all my pills, you know, like there's just, so the young people make fun of the old people.
Oh
and
my God,
it's just like,
that's so exciting.
it's so funny. And then, you know, it's like, oh, like the sport bike people are like the adrenaline junkies, and there's like the cruiser people like, we just want to have a good time and chill. And it's so funny. But yeah, so the ride starts at Bike Shed, and then it's going to go, we're still kind of working on the route because it's so crazy how involved you have to be. Like planning the route, you have to think about how are 100 motorcycles going to like go at a good speed, stay together.
100 motorcycles.
I'm expecting 100 to 200 people to show up to this thing. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's a pipe dream, but yeah.
Oh my God.
And we'll go up Mulholland and kind of, you know, you see the Hollywood
gorgeous,
sign,
yeah.
you see all of LA. It's so beautiful. There's so much history there. So I'm so excited.
I feel like the weather, like it's like beginning of September, right? September 2nd?
Yes.
I feel like the weather's going to be just
That is why we
perfect for
picked
that.
September. Yeah, the weather starts to get a little
really
cooler.
nice, yeah.
And then we'll end down at Bartels Harley Davidson in Venice. So we're more by the beach, so it'll be cooler there.
Okay,
and then it turns, so obviously that part is just for motorcycle riders. But you can bring your dog, you can bring your girlfriend on the back, you can bring your boyfriend on the back, whatever. Your whole family, I don't know. But then it turns into a giant parking lot party where everybody is welcomed. Like say whether you have 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or 4 paws. It is a dog-friendly event. Wagmore Pets will be there with puppies up for adoption.
Oh, perfect.
And then my social media agency will be there, Creators Inc., and they're bringing a whole setup. And so the idea is that people can pull their motorcycles up and take pictures with it, or there'll be girls there taking pictures with your motorcycle if you want.
Dope. Wow, I didn't know all this.
Yes, I'm going to have food, drinks, vendors. There'll be some shopping and
and
raffles. So I'm still looking for donations for raffles if anybody wants to donate to that. It's just going to be this really awesome event. And that is all the kickoff ride for the bigger ride that is happening.
Right, that's what you were saying. It's like 10 days? What were we saying?
Yes, September 7th. I am leaving to ride all of Route 66 from Santa Monica to Chicago. It is 2,292 miles. And I'm going to do it.
How long is that going to take?
I have mapped it out to 10 days. So 10 days of just straight riding motorcycles and then stopping at all the kind of iconic Route 66 stops along the way.
How many hours a day?
I'm trying to keep, so like if you were in a car, I'm trying to keep it to around 4 hours a day, but on a motorcycle, because you're pulling over for gas and to stretch and going to things, I think while we're filming, there'll be more like, 8-9 hour days. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. And my dog is going to be with me. Chopper will be there. And then, my partner in crime, Jigger, is coming, so he helps film. He's got this awesome camera. It's called an Insta360 Max. Why do I always do this? I always look like I'm doing dirty things with my hand. But that goes on your handlebars, and so he can film me while I'm riding, and I'll get all the scenic shots.
So it goes like, is it like almost like a stabilizer, and then it can?
It has so the Insta360 has all these crazy attachments, but one of them is like you can grasp it onto the handlebars, but it also comes with this like the invisible stick. I don't know if you've seen like influencers using them. No. So you could like put it on the back of your bike, and it'll be filming like all the way up here, and it films 360 degrees. So in editing, you can like turn it and figure out which way you want it to go. You actually get
they come up with.
I know you get footage that looks like drone footage.
I'm over here holding my phone with my shaky hand, taking a crappy video. Like,
there will be lots of shaky hand footage as well. Don't worry. But we're trying to do it at a high level as possible. But I'm so excited. We have so many sponsors that have been so amazing. Good. Creators Inc., Shark Squad, motorcycle attorneys, and Eagle Rider, who they're they're a motorcycle rental company. So they're giving us a bunch of stuff. And then Cardo Systems. So you actually have a Bluetooth attached to your helmet, like a little device that attaches to your helmet and then gives you Bluetooth in your helmet. So like if you and I both had helmets on, we could talk to each other while we're riding. You can listen to music, and now they even added something where it can like record your voice. So if you've ever seen the motorcycle shows, it's like they're filming them and they're like filming like over here, but you can hear them talking in their helmets. So it's like they must have these crazy mic setups, but for us, we'll just be able to do it by turning on our Cardos and our phone now. So technology is crazy.
I want a motorcycle. What? Sold. Let's go.
Will you ride on the back of mine?
I would absolutely ride on the back of yours.
I would love to take you for a ride.
Yeah, this is like an easy ride though. I'm a little scared. So.
We should actually do when we go to Pantages.
I'm down.
Yeah. I'll just give you a ride on the back because I live so close.
Oh my God, in our gowns?
Yes, yes.
I'm so down for that.
I love riding a motorcycle in a dress. Everyone's like, what is happening?
And look, you're so close to it. It's like, that's actually
it's perfect.
Oh, I've never been on the back of a motorcycle. Oh my God, what's happening?
All these firsts. We're popping cherries over here.
This is so exciting. Who am I? Okay, so September 2nd. That's the actual full day.
That's the charity ride.
That's the one that people can really come and experience.
Yeah, be involved in. Yeah, absolutely. And then, so we're filming everything, the charity ride and then the longer 10-day ride, which is also a charity ride because I am riding 2,292 miles. My goal is to raise $22,000. Wait, 22920? I don't know, whatever. Everything is like for the miles, you know? It's like, if you donate a penny, if you donate $1 per mile, that's kind of the idea.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's easier when you have, especially for donations, like when you're looking for that kind of help. Something like there's like a nice idea that comes behind it. It's like, it's actually really easy to donate.
Yes.
You don't have to give a lot. A little bit goes a long way.
Exactly. So we're asking everybody to donate $22.92, which would be like a penny per mile.
Say less. Let's go.
Yeah. So I'll have like a link for that up soon. And by the time this airs, it'll all be there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll make sure to put that in with everything.
Thank you. Yeah. Because, dogs are, they give you unconditional love. Yeah. And I just want to help all the dogs.
Oh. So this is why you need a ranch. So you can just have all your animals.
Yes, our commune.
Our commune.
It'll be full of
We're going to come up
animals.
with a fun name for this. Like, what do we call it? Talk about this. And then next time I have you on, we'll have a better idea of where everything's. I'm going to look at land. Like,
yes. We have assignments. There are shows that need to be watched.
I know. I need to watch movies.
Tickets booked.
Okay.
Land plots that we have looked at.
Yes. Oh, that's so exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's
thank
huge.
you so much.
That's your first one that you're ever like...
That I'm leading. I've been involved in a lot of charity rides. I just went to San Diego 2 weekends ago. My Uncle Pat and Aunt Debbie do a charity ride for the Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, no.
And they just raised,
cool.
we together raised $9,000.
Wow. Awesome.
So that was just so cool. They get a lot of like the hog chapters involved and it's just so cool to see people come together for a good cause because at the end of the day, we just want to ride motorcycles, and if we could help people along the way.
Then hell yeah, why not? Let's do it.
So the tagline is "Shift gears, change lives."
Aww, so cute.
And the YouTube show is called Iron Pony.
Okay, yeah, that was my next question. Okay.
Yeah, because motorcycles are called iron horses, and because I'm a little person, so we're gonna call mine a pony.
Iron Pony.
So the Iron Pony.
It's magical.
Yeah, I think it has a cool ring to it. And then my dog Chopper, he is the Iron Puppy.
Oh shucks.
He'll be coming along for the adventure.
Oh, okay. So YouTube Iron Pony, and that's where we'll be able to see the actual like all the fun drone footage. And
and there's actually 4 episodes, or 4 episodes up right now. We just rode to the Madonna Inn last week, and so we filmed all that.
I thought I saw that on your story.
Yes,
yeah,
and then
the
San Diego ride I was just talking about, the Ronald McDonald charity ride, will be posted next week.
Okay, awesome.
And so people, they're short and sweet, and there's always like some amazing riding shots, and then just the story of kind of what we're doing and how we're trying to help people and explore these really cool places. Have you been to the Madonna Inn?
No, I've actually been wanting to go.
You would love it.
Yeah, thanks for my invite again.
Oh my gosh.
My chopped liver over here. I really want to go. Actually, it looks really freaking cool.
It's so fun.
I feel like I would want to stay for a few days and just really explore and enjoy myself. Yeah.
There's 110 different decorated rooms, so it's just like it's a photo shoot dream over there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of great content over there too. I thought, right?
Yeah.
It looked really cool.
Yeah, and it's a winery, so there's a couple bars and
you had me
dancing
at
and pool. Yeah.
You had me at wine. Okay. Oh my God. Well, this is a really great like introduction kind of first moment with Cody. I'm so excited that you were able to join me today. Thank you so much. I'm so lucky. What are the chances we actually, after all these years, managed to run into each other again, and now we're doing a lot of fun stuff together.
And I also feel like back then, like we were just like cute little model girls, and now look at us.
I know. I feel like back then we were doing a lot, but I didn't have like my ambitions. I don't think were quite as high, and I wasn't acting on them.
Yeah.
And I feel like now like we're both doing so much more.
We are building empires over
let's
here.
Go, baby. Yeah. Hello. And I'm so happy that we get to have these experiences together and support each other as often as possible. I'm so excited to see plays at the Pantages. I'm so excited for it.
Me too.
Just to make sure that we get all of your socials and everything, can you please tell everybody?
Absolutely. Most of my stuff is Hey It's Cody, Codee for social medias. Let's see, TikTok kicked me off once, so that one is Hey It's Cody 2.
Oh, wow.
And YouTube is also Hey It's Cody 2, the number 2. And yeah.
Okay, yay. Well, thank you so much. Hey, it's Cody.
Hey, it's
It's
Cody.
Cody 1. Thank you, everyone, also for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Girls Like Nerds. I'll see you all again very soon.